Hey guys, it's Milana. Welcome back to my channel. I'm in the car with my dog Koa and we're about to go get some work done at a coffee shop with my friend. But before that, I have something on my mind and I wanted to share it with you before it goes away. So last night I watched this movie called Begin Again. It's like a rom-com. It was really cute, really good. I loved it. But it had like this really cool life lesson that I related to, and I feel like a lot of people can relate to, so I just wanted to like talk about it. So in the movie, if you haven't seen it, there's this main couple and they've been together for 5 years and they have this like amazing relationship and they're both singer-songwriters, and the guy gets this like record deal. So he gets signed, he's like making it big, and he's starting to get famous, you know, he's got fans. And then the girl is getting like shoved to the back burner. They're like sending her to get coffee and like kicked her off the album, and she was supposed to be on some songs at least. And her boyfriend is just like kind of being disrespectful and like not prioritizing her. Her life goes on hold and she's basically just like a groupie, and like very much non-main character. Like, she has amazing skills and talents, but she's not using them at all. Like, she's literally just like hanging out while her boyfriend is like getting famous. And then her boyfriend ends up cheating on her with this girl he like just met, and of course they break up. You know, it's not even like he wanted to like try to make it work. He was like, I want to see things through with this new girl. So he like kicks out his girlfriend, and she is gonna like go back home and give up on her dreams and go try to figure out her life. They had moved to New York City together for the guy's gig. So she's like about to give up, and she has one other friend in the city. She goes and finds her friend and she's like, I need to stay at your place, like I have nowhere. So she's like gonna crash on his couch, and then that night they go out to a bar and he like makes her sing on stage. So she sings one of her songs, and then she gets discovered by this like, wow, I'm really telling you guys the whole story. She gets discovered by this guy who like signs people for records, and then they end up making an amazing record together, like way better record than her boyfriend had made. And in the end, her boyfriend tries to win her back, but then he ultimately chooses the fandom and like the fans and mesmerizing all the girls and just like the stage and like the lights, the fancy, the glitz and the glam over his girlfriend, who's like the most real thing that he knows. And he knows that like he's never gonna find better than her, but he just like can't help himself. So the moral of the story is basically that the girl, she went through something so hard, something so difficult and so rough, like getting cheated on by what you think is the love of your life, and then like thinking like, oh my gosh, like what the heck am I gonna do, just so wrecked. But she turned that into something so beautiful, and she went out and spread her wings and developed herself and used her skills and like helped other people and created amazing art to connect with people. She grew so much as a person, and she contributed such beautiful art and gifts to the world from that experience. And she probably wouldn't have done that if her boyfriend didn't cheat on her. She would have just been kind of like a side character the whole time, and who knows what would have happened. But like, she wasn't getting pushed to spread her wings and to develop herself and her skills and like go out and create something amazing. So I really relate to this because I went through something very similar a couple of years ago. I was in this relationship and I overheard the guy who I was with, I overheard him talking to someone else, like in another room, like explaining that he was cheating on me. So that really destroyed me. and was extremely rough. And that wasn't even the first time that it happened to me. That was the first time it happened to me with that guy. But it had happened to me before, where like I caught someone cheating on me. And it's just super, super terrible. Like I don't wish that upon anyone. It's literally like the worst. I think it's the worst pain I've ever felt. And I've been in a lot of painful situations. But anyways, it was because I got dragged to that low point that I was like, I literally cannot go on like this. I cannot survive. I cannot live my life like this. Like, I have to change. And that was when I really dug into writing poetry. Like, I had written poetry before, but that was when I was like, I have to write. I have to write about this. Like, I have to create poems. I have to get my emotions out. And that was also when I dove super deep into my healing journey. That's when I got into meditation, because I was like, I have to change. This is not working. The fact that this has happened to me multiple times and it gets worse and worse every time, like, I can't do this. Like, I cannot keep living my life like this. So yeah, that's when I got deep into meditation. And that's when I got super clear on like how to change my life, which is uncovering and discovering your subconscious blocks and then rewiring them on a subconscious level, not even just a conscious level. I mean, you have to become conscious of them and become aware, but then you have to rewire them. These are things that are like deeply rooted in us, like our worthiness, relationships, attachment styles, how we deserve to be treated, what we're worthy of, like just super deep things that we don't really talk about in normal day-to-day life. And even if we do, it's like kind of surface level. We're not diving deep into like childhood traumas and the birthing of these limiting beliefs that end up creating our reality and attracting those types of situations to us. So yeah, and now I've created a poetry book and I'm super close to releasing it, and it's so beautiful, and it's all about like heartbreak and awakening and love, like learning to love myself and discovering like the truth of who I really am, because I've spent so much time in meditation just sitting with myself, and so much time in these like deep periods of reflection, looking at like, who am I? Like, what do I really believe about myself and about the world, and how can I change that to like empower me and to give me the life that I truly want and love. So like, I honestly am so grateful for that experience, because that was like the rock bottom, that was the low, that was the pullback of the slingshot that I needed to make me so uncomfortable and so miserable and so like in so much pain that I had no choice but to fly. So anyways, if you're going through something really hard or difficult, let this be your slingshot. Let this be the rock bottom. Like, you don't have to let it get worse. This can be the worst that it gets, and you can use this for transformation. You can use this pain and transform it, transmute it into something beautiful, transmute it into healing and into art or whatever it is that you feel drawn to or called to. Don't worry about it looking a certain way or being like someone's journey, or like if you're gonna create art, don't worry about it being perfect or being like someone else's. Just get it out there. Let your emotions fly, and it's gonna be beautiful. I'm really excited for you guys to read my book. I've also taken really empowering quotes from my book and created sweatshirts and t-shirts. This is one of them. So it says, "You have no idea how profoundly you are changing the world." And that's because you really don't know how big of an impact you're making just by smiling at someone on the street or giving someone a compliment. Like, that can literally change their whole day, and then they go change someone else's whole day, and it's just, you have such a bigger impact than you know. So if you got to the end of this video, I just want you to know that you're so deeply loved, and I'm sending you love, I'm sending you healing, and you are on the right track, you're on the right path, and I hope that you subscribe for more great videos about healing and changing your life. And I love you, and leave a comment below about what you thought about this conversation. If you've been through something similar, or if you've been through something hard that you then used to change your life or change something. So I love you, bye.